Hello, and welcome back as I take a page from the book of the Bachelorette and stop yanking everybody's chain and just agree to settle. In Perfidious Pete plays Darkest Dungeon. And I think that this team we've got here, they're my Ryan Sutter. They really are. They got kind of a weird look about them, and they seem a bit like a doofus choice at first, but hey, they've got the mileage to take this relationship long term. Because I've got to do something, and I really need to get my ratings up, and a TV marriage between two average schmoes seems just like what the doctor ordered to boost those ratings. Because if even fake television celebrities wind up having to settle when it comes to their choice of a mate, then the audience can feel a little better about the fact that, you know, they settled too. I want you to feel better about the fact that you have settled for me, Perfidious Pete. What does any of this have to do with Darkest Dungeon? I don't really know. They just announced the new Bachelorette today, and it's on my mind because the Bachelorette drives me absolutely friggin' bonkers. We also have a town event here that merits mentioning very quickly. It's a bumper crop of insanity for Perfidious Pete when it comes to the Bachelorette. Wasn't reality television bad enough when it was actually reality TV? Now the Bachelorette is like scripted, and it's scripted reality, which is somehow worse than actual reality. It's just, producers, what the hell are you doing, man? You got better television when you just took 30 dudes and one woman and chucked them in a house for 3 months and let the cameras roll. Now you're paying somebody to write that shit, and what you're paying for them to write is worse than what you got before. At least behave like, a respectable television producer, a Hollywood Lothario with too much money. Waste that cash on like a gritty reboot of an IP that definitely doesn't need a gritty reboot. Why not remake Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, except, with, say, Mark Wahlberg as a sniper? You could waste your money that way. There right now is some hungry young writer somewhere just waiting to write the next Dexter or Game of Thrones or House of Cards or Fringe or, it's a golden age of television, and instead of throwing the money at that young writer, give them a chance to move out of the loft above their parents' garage and stop eating ramen 4 nights a week, you're pissing that money away on pseudo-drama having a scripted reality television series written for you. What the hell is wrong with you? You gotta think more Michael Bay. If you're gonna waste your money, at least squander it stupidly. I completely have derailed this intro. The Bachelor really gets under my skin. The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. But the Bachelorette seems to be slightly more irritating because it seems slightly more scripted, if that is even a thing that could be possible. We're settling for this team. We had good success with them on our last run. I want to give this build of team another try. So I think this is it. I've proposed to my Bachelor. I've given these guys the rose. Let's see if we can get them to follow through, if they're gonna jilt us and abandon us at the altar. So what are our options for missions then? Kill the Swine Prince. All right. How does this team do against the Swine Prince is the question. I kind of feel like they would not do terribly, but I also don't feel as they would do especially well. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think they could probably get the job done. Speaking of which, do you guys have all your appropriate skills and abilities? Did we spent a bunch of cash on you, right? Yeah, okay, you're good. Gwen Stacy? Now, see, we did not. All right, well, let's get our skills and abilities where they need to be then. If we're going to try and fight the Swine Prince, we may want to tinker up our skills a little bit. Maud Flanders, how about you? Do we spend cash on you? Okay, we got Maud Flanders covered. What about you, Bradshaw? Did we spend on you? We did not. Let's do that then. So let's get you better Battle Ballad, better Stress Heal. Do you have any attack that works from the 4th position? Nope, you can, it's just solo and finale. That's it, huh? Okay. We can Battle Ballad out of 3, and we can Inspiring Tune out of 3. What else do we have that works out of 3? This is a bleed. Reasonable damage with the bleed. Worse damage with the bleed. But it hits 2 people. We don't need it to hit. You know what? I'm going to actually take Slice off 2. If we're going to fight a boss, we're going to want to be able to do some damage to that boss when we're not buffing and whatnot. I think that's a respectable choice. Let's go take a bash at the Swine Prince then. Supplies are free, so, we can provision at our leisure without having to worry about cash expenditure. We're going to unequip all of our trinkets and sort them by rarity. Okay. So how to outfit ourselves, then, is now the operative question. We got 2 sets of Jester's dice. I don't mind the bonus dodge. The accuracy I could honestly give less of a shit about because we're pretty unlikely to be swinging our weapon much. But the bonus accuracy is nice. Do we have anything else that's helpful? You know, a feather crystal for even more bonus dodge? Maybe. Can we do better in any capacity? It gives us extra stress, but also extra damage and speed. Genia's head is already spoken for. Dismas's head. You know, maybe we can afford to get by with a little extra stress since we are rocking this team that has plenty of stress abatement. Gambler's Charm. No thanks. Damage versus Beast. If we are gonna, you know, the Hogman is a beast. We should definitely equip that. Penalty to dodge for a little extra damage. Don't care for that. Bonus accuracy to melee skills. No real need. We could go just plus bleed skill chance. Or alternatively, we could just go with extra 4 dodge. You know what? Let's just go with the extra 4 dodge. Although this does lower our speed, which I don't like. Well, so does the bleed stone. So we're screwed either way. All right, then. So definitely we're going to be rocking Junia's head. This does give us a big bump in the stress department. But we don't have... We're going to have huge heals. Like massive heals. And also, we're really only taking plus 10% stress because the Sacred Scroll drops us down an additional 10. We are going to be rocking with some massive healing. What do we want to give Hobe and Washburn then? Wash, you know, I think we're going to give you the Crescendo box. And I don't think we're going to get fancy here. I think maybe we just go for extra damage on you. Your speed is poor. Your dodge is already bad. What if we just give you the damage stone? It's going to take away most of your dodge, and by most of I mean all of it, but with the healing we've got and your protection, I don't really think dodging is going to be that important for you, and we want to get that bonus damage on our Gravedigger if we can. You know, the Blight is intriguing. How much, if we have you throw poison darts, 4 damage per round for 3 rounds, that could be us guaranteeing 12 damage a round. I don't hate that. Flashing daggers we'll probably use till we get to the boss fight, at which point we will no longer need flashing daggers. Thrown dagger is quite good. It has bonus damage versus marked targets, which we are not going to mark. Maybe we should just be shadow fading and lunging. You know, I like lunge considering we're not going to be starting in front and we do have a jester. Does lunge move us forward 1 or forward 2? It's forward 2. Well, we can't use that then because that'll put us in front of our jester. We could use it out of... And we have to be in 3rd position to use it. That's not likely to work. Shadow Fade gives us a big bonus to dodge. We could just Shadow Fade, pick to the face. I kind of feel like Poison Darts is what we're going to be using a lot of. Thrown Dagger. Let's get rid of Poison Darts for now, though. Let's just stick with Lunge in case we get caught out of position. And then what we'll do is we'll just Flashing Dagger... Shadow Dagger, pick to the face, while we're fighting our way down to the boss. Before we go fight the boss, we may switch that up a little bit. Just like I think we may switch up our Jester and give him Slice Off. The one person who won't be switching shit is Maud Flanders. So what trinkets, then, do we want to give you? Because this is what we're actually trying to decide. I think we definitely give you the damage versus beast. It does lower your dodge, which is unfortunate, but we're going to counter that by giving you a big dodge bonus from the Feather Crystal. And we're sorted. Let's do a little provisioning here, and provisions are free, so we're gonna go buck wild here. Give me all of the things, all of them. 1 full stack of everything is what we want. If we're taking anything, we're taking a full stack of it. Okay, 6 medicinal herbs, sure, why not? Full stack of keys, hell yeah. Full stack of holy water, sure. I mean, we got 1, might as well bring them on, and torches. We'll take a full stack of torches because they're free. We'll take 3 full stacks, and if we wind up needing inventory room, we can always just chuck them on the floor. So, are we ready to go? I feel like we're ready to go. Let's do it. Inzi went... Oh, shovels. Nope. Full stack of shovels, Pete. Take a full stack of shovels. Almost went in to fight the Swine Prince with but a single shovel.
To master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality.
Why did you pick a pig, though?
Chance is imperative. Without the proper utterances at precise intervals, the process can fail spectacularly.
Oh, just like with the Bachelorette, then. The process failed spectacularly, and instead of our handsome Prince Charming, we got this thing. Well, it does look a little like Ryan Sutter.
A nameless abomination.
Okay, we got some scouting early, which is nice. We're going to know where we need to be. Farthest away, 1, 2, what do we got? 5 rooms is the maximum distance we could go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so the pig man is going to be here. Should we path in a fashion to avoid fights on the way to Jimmy the Pig Boy? Abso-friggin-lutely we should. Who wants a big damage buff? I think you do. So let's have you fling a little bit of medicinal herb on here. Drink the goodies. That's a big damage buff, plus 30% until camp. That's a real nice start. And who's our trap disarm? 80% for you, 100% for our grave robber, who also could use a little bit of stress relief, so we'll take the free hit. So far, so good. We're 1/5 of the way to the Swine Prince and more scouting, which will let us avoid more fights. So the question is, do we want to go this way, take a room battle now, or go this way, take a room battle here? I think we go this way because it gives us the opportunity for another trap, which is more stress relief. Also, we're going to get more curios out of this. We do want to keep our torchlight high. 76. Sure, check the sack. Sack's contents are ours. What do we got? 250 gold. Fair start. Gonna have nothing in this room. It's gonna be curio, room battle, empty room, and we may just go straight up rush the hog boy. Rusty knives are, I believe, bandages. Yep. Okay. Little extra food, more gold. Got plenty. Oh, we got, okay, here's our hallway fight where our light level is still fine. The accusation. 9 stress, nothing we can't deal with. A little bit of a turbo vomit for Gwen Stacy. The critical is very unfortunate. What does the spotted fever do, though? Minus 50% blight resistance. Not the end of the world. Let's go for the kill on... I don't want any more diseases on anybody in my party. Started things off with the finale. That's fantastic. Throw a knife into that. There you go. So good, the critical with the damage buff doing work right there. Maud Flanders with a nice dodge. Wash takes it to the junk. All right, little hook in the junk for Wash, not the end of the universe. We'll have Maud heal her troubles. And I think we go for the Jacques here. We want to get one of these guys dead before we start grinding exclusively stress relief because these guys do have a very, very high critical rating. They can be dangerous opponents. Maud Flanders taking a hook and a snatch. I mean, they said they're hooking her where it hurts. I mean, where else is going to hurt more? Gwen Stacy with back-to-back mega damage criticals. Holy shit pickles. She's working it. 17 stress for you, 13 for our Jester. Okay, we'll have Wash just throw the stress heal. Every confidence we're going to be able to pick this man off. We're getting 4 out of our group heal already. That is phenomenal. A little bit of speed and a little bit of extra crit. And let's see if we can't pick to the face. There it is. All right. Pretty good fight. Let's nosh this food. We can only nosh 1. I do want this portrait. So what we're going to do, we'll max our torchlight. We're going to throw those on the floor. We take the portrait. And we're on our way. He just discarded a whole bunch of torches. It's fine. We still have 2 full stacks, and our light is at 86. And if we want to, we can camp once. I don't really think we need to camp, though. I say we just go straight in for Mr. Swine Guy. Let's just go say hi to the piggy. Normally, that would be a euphemism for masturbating. But in this case, no, it's actually not. Saying hi to the piggy? No, we're just going to go, we're going to go greet a giant pig beast and kill him. So do we want to, since this is going to be a boss fight, do we want to change up our skills a little bit? I think the answer is yes. We will likely not need Holy Lance unless we get surprised by the pig man. I don't expect that to happen, so let's take the battle heal. Just in case, I don't expect to need it, but that could be the difference between life and death. What are we going to do with Gwen Stacy? She can throw daggers at the pig man, and it does do good damage. Lunge... you know, I don't feel like we're going to need flashing daggers. Just because there's no instance where we're going to be able to make it. It still only hits the one target and only hits them one time. So I think we swap that out for poison darts. Pick to the face could still do some work for us. We might want to get rid of lunge in favor of shadow fade in case of emergency. It only moves us back 1. No, well, I would rather have shadow fade than lunge. Would I? No, I kind of actually would rather... I'm torn. You know what? Let's just stick with Shadow Fade. If somebody gets really hurt, Dodge could potentially save a life. I don't expect we're going to be using either ability. Maud Flanders needs nothing. Our Jester, we're going to do a little bit of tweaking here on the Jester. Solo is how we get in front. We're going to want to start things off with a finale. I don't think we're going to want to move back to the front after we have had a chance to finale. So let's get rid of Solo, and instead we're going to take on Slice Off too. We can start in the back and throw some bleeds. Mostly we're going to be doing, I think, probably Battle Ballads and Stress Heals. Let's get our party back in order. Do you have a debuff? No, I was going to say, if you have a debuff, we are going to clear that, because I want this first hit on the Swine Prince to be a palpable shot. We'll burn another torch, so we go into the 100 light. And this is it. One big pig. Wilbur's got us marked up. That's fine. Okay. I think we start things off. Do we want to... You know what? Let's just... let's see how we can do with the knife. So we got 7 damage out of that knife, but more importantly, we got the buff. 11 damage out of the finale is not nearly as much as I might have liked. 15 from Wash, though. Okay, he's getting obliterated. Bodied. Ouch. Bradshaw taking it to the face. Not fatal damage, but it ain't far off. We're going to pump him up with a big heal. We got him halfway back in the action. Okay, so Gwen Stacy is marked this time. That's fine. Oh, we cannot use poison darts from the second slot. We could back ourselves up, but that really screws up our healing. So let's just keep throwing the knives. We've got a scaling damage buff here with accuracy. Let's just keep working it. Hoban Washburn putting the smack down, judging you guilty. We will come to this new land, and we will call it this land. I think we should call it your grave. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. 5 healing on a group heal already from Maud Flanders at only level 2. Yeah, Wilbur's got us marked up. That's fine. We're just going to keep tossing the knives, and our damage keeps going up and up and up. And if we can keep stacking this Battle Ballad, we are going to start getting some big old criticals. Our speed is looking solid. Gwen Stacy taking a big hit right there, but not on Death's Door. And old Maud Flanders is there to patch her back up. Wilbur's going to mark us out. Knife to the heart. Not quite finding the heart. Getting stuck in like a shoulder. Some manner of flank, I think. We've got 36 accuracy, 9 speed, 9% crit. And there is the crit from Wash with a big old wallop. Give me some more heals here. That's got Maud whacked up. This should not kill... Okay, I was going to say, it should not be a death blow for either team. It did hurt a lot, but it's not a death blow. We're double marked again. I don't know if the Swine Prince is going to get another go around here, though. He's got 27 health left. Non-zero chance we end him before he gets off. Okay, we did not critical, so we're unlikely to get him murdered then. Let's go ahead and put the big heal on the Gravedigger. A critical there would have been so good. Yeah, that's definitely Death's Door for Gwen Stacy. But Wash is hanging on. And we should win every speed roll ever here. You've got to be shitting me.
More ashes, more disappointment.
Abso-fucking-lutely unbelievable. Wilbur beat us on a speed roll. And now we just cannot keep a Gravedigger alive. We got no luck at all whatsoever. Also, this fight was over. Son of a bitch. The fight was over, man. It was over. We had already won. We cannot seem to resist a death blow for the life of us. It's got to be a new game plus thing where just death blow. If you take a hit and washes on Death's Door from being repeatedly mega stunned. Okay, well, this is why we brought the heal. I'm not taking a chance on somebody else taking a heat here. Smash his stupid little head in, please. Gonna stun us again? Just 1 damage with infinite stuns, huh? Okay. Well, this we cannot slice off. Why not? We're in the 3rd position. Oh, we can't hit Wilbur with this. Well, fuck. I mean, I suppose we could move forward. We're gonna heal ourselves again. This 2-point heal is making a difference. It's what's kept us from getting squealed to death. I'm not sure if we've ever had a death blow opportunity not produce a kill, now that I think of it. You want to die, Wilbur? Because I will hit you with the finale. 9 damage for you. I can't believe we lost somebody to freaking Wilbur. And the team that was supposed to be my chosen ones, my select few, what happens to them? They're suddenly not a team at all. They're suddenly just all dead. It's all falling apart once again. Every time I just start to get where I think maybe I can make something happen, it all falls apart. Every time. We found another journal page. All right, don't care. Take all of the stuff. We're not abandoning anything, and we can't continue on with the dungeon either. As much as I might like to go around and try to get a little extra cash, we may as well eat this food, because we're otherwise just going to probably throw it on the floor. Well, let's get rid of these torches, because we don't need those. I don't want the journal snippet, though, actually. That I don't care about. Man-at-Arms patch is not terrible. Critical stone, also not terrible. I would rather have a critical stone than, say, 5 bandages, so let's get rid of those. What a disappointment. And that's our fourth one. We don't want to continue adventuring. Just go back to the hamlet. We're down 4 team members. 4! That damn little squealing-ass pig. We had a person with high speed and a maximum speed buff, and Wilbur still beat her and got the death blow on what I think is a 1 damage attack. Perfect. Well, so long, Gwen Stacy. You, just fucking broke Spider-Man's heart. Oh, good, and Maud Flanders is now Curious, the worst quirk in the game. You know what, Maud? We're getting rid of that. I'm actually not going to abide Curious. No, that I will not do. Maud and Wash got up to level 2. Bradshaw did not quite make level 2, which is unfortunate. Then again, we have to get another grave robber to fill in the blanks anyway, so I suppose it's not the end of the world. And little Gwen Stacy joins the ranks of the fallen along with Winifred, Ned, Severus Snape, and herself. I'm telling you, Peter Parker, man, just heartbreak. Heartbreak is what it is. Well, Maud, let's throw you in the old sanitarium, because I am not going to abide Curious. Just no. Dark Temptation, Demonomania, those I don't care about. Curious, though, that shit's gotta go. So what's our next team gonna be? I don't know. We should actually probably take a look at the stagecoach and see if maybe they got somebody who can help fill in. We got a level 1 apprentice antiquarian, and oddly enough, a replacement for Gwen Stacy. So, well, what a bit. You don't have, like, crippling. You got a lazy eye, which is absolutely terrible. We would need to fix your lazy eye. So, you know what? Fine. We'll hire you. I don't actually, didn't we just, we can't get rid of lazy eye, can we? Nope.
Like a dagger's point.
We could add a patient cell. You know what? For 10 busts and 6 crest, I'm just going to add. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted a treatment ward slot, not a medical ward slot, and now I don't have 20 busts, and I don't want to trade for them. I don't do quirk removal very often. So, you know what, Paroy, you're just going to have to cool your heals, I guess, while we try and figure out what the hell to do next episode with another team, because we still got to find a freaking stupid replacement. Do we have an antiquarian? I thought we had one. We do not have an antiquarian. And we have an apprentice antiquarian right here who's winded in fear of the unholy, but is thick-blooded and has respectable skills. You know what? I could have sworn we had an antiquarian. We definitely don't. All right. Well, welcome aboard, Hughes.
She searches where others will not.
Did we have one who got killed? Nope. 2 grave robbers in a drink, and Peroy, you really should be hesitant about hiring on with this gig when you look at our track record. People in your line of work don't exactly have good storied history of success in our organization. It's quite the opposite, in fact. But we'll have to worry about your chances for success in the future. We're 4 down, which means we can lose a total of 5 more troopers, or this run is dead, because we do lose 3 in the final fight. It's scripted. There are ways around it if you use the appropriate classes. It can be done. But, man, this run is starting to look haggard. I mean, we're, what, 20 weeks in and we're down 4 troopers? That's basically half of what we're allotted. I kind of feel like we're going to be doing better as we roll in, start getting the team members with better skills and equipment. I also feel like we've just gotten a little unlucky. Like, especially with Snape and now Gwen Stacy. That just seemed like real rotten luck. Or not. Or maybe it wasn't luck. Maybe it was fate. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with this particular naming scheme because I've chosen people who are always fated to die. Self-fulfilling prophecy, Pete? Probably. But I can tell you one prophecy that's definitely getting fulfilled, which is that I'm going to end this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, I'm going to, I don't know, put together a casserole and maybe take some hot dish over to the Parker household because I know Peter's just going to be inconsolable. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.